Hello everyone, welcome to another session on Oracle HCM management. Today we will check about the descriptive flex fields. So what is descriptive flex field is, it's if you want or if a business want to capture an additional information on the pages where we already have a seeded information from Oracle. So if there is anything addition they wanted to capture, then we will be able to make use of the descriptive flex field where we are the here how exactly this works is there is already a holders. So Oracle has already made a holders and it is not available in all the absence entries pages, and it is only specific to certain sections. In certain page components only we'll be able to do it. If at all, we'll be able to add the descriptive flex fields. In such sections, there is already a holders. That means holders as in there's a place, there's a base table already available. It's just that I go create a descriptive flex field, selecting that folder, so that whatever the data I add into that field, it gets stored into that table in those columns. And so those columns are there's attribute 1 to attribute n. We could add the text, we could add the numbers, and we could add the date numbers as well, the data type. And we have two types of flex fields that is a global segments. Global segments means irrespective of what field we do, what transaction we do on the other fields, the default fields, the global field would be available. It would work as if a normal fields. Okay, it would be available for irrespective of the context that we are doing on the page. Whereas the context sensitive segments, it's based on what context that we are working on. Based on some selection, this fields would appear. So how exactly these two appears, how we will be able to add that, we will see for one of the module, which is absence entry page. In the absence entry page, how we'll be able to add the flex fields, we will see that. So I have logged in as HR implementation consultant. And now what I'll do, I will have to, first I'll show you where exactly we're going to do this. Okay. Wait, I'll log in as another user because I don't have certain access to this user. Now, I will go to the person management and open one of the user. Here, I had mentioned that we needed somewhere on the absence entry page. So we will see for one of the absence, how we will be able to add the flex field. So it can be controlled based on the absence types we select. So here what I'll do it for this birthday leave because for these two, it's already there. But for this, I'll show you how these flex fields are actually available first. If once I selected this, these fields are normally there. It's seeded ones. What you see in the descriptive information is all the flex fields. So this is the segment where we'll be adding the descriptive flex fields. So all of these are available. Out of this, what are all the global segments and what is the sensitive segments? We will see that. Now, see, like I said, the context segment is based on the selection we do. In the absence entry page, the selection is the absence type. So here the absence type is the context that we select. If I select the jury we leave with irrespective of what we leave we select, the global segments would come. See, all these fields are coming irrespective of what absence I select. So as soon as I selected a new absence, if you had noticed in my previous sessions, when I created a new absence, this descriptive flex fields were all there, which means these are all global segments. irrespective of what I select, it comes. It would be there for all the pages. But if I select this one, I am seeing some two extra fields. This is called as the contact segment. That is context sensitive segment because of the selection I made. How we'll be able to configure in the descriptive flex field, I'll show you. I have also configured this context sensitive segment for unpaid leave as well. But if you see, there is only the global segments that is coming here. There is no context sensitive segments. Why it isn't coming, we will see that as well. Now, I will navigate to first. I will come out of the sandbox because I'll show you what happens. We cannot make the changes while we are inside the sandbox for the descriptive flex field or the value sets. If I click on this, I would get a warning message saying that I can only check, I can only view the descriptive flex fields, but there is no changes I would be able to perform it. So I have to leave the sandbox. Once I leave the sandbox, it will end up in a home page. I have to navigate again to the descriptive flex field. Okay, I'm here. So, how do I identify this flex field code? Um, if you already know it, you can do it. If you doesn't know, how you'll be able to do it? So let's go back to the home page. So I was showing the absence flex field in the absence entry page, right? So if I have to know what is the descriptive flex field code for it, then I would be able to view them by highlighting the flex fields. In any page, if you have this enabled highlight flex fields, then on any page, if you go, if the flex fields are available, this is how it pops. So here, if you click on this, see flex field code, this is what it is, A and C per absence entry, TFF it is. So I will navigate back to the descriptive flex field, A and C per absence entries. So if you wanted to know the code for the descriptive flex fields, you would be able to do it this way. Now I'll just highlight it. Now I'll navigate to manage descriptive flex field again. So here there is two things, but if you click on this DTF, you'll not be able to make any changes. So it's internally linked. So I have to make the changes on the DFF entry. All right. So we were checking that the four global segments were coming irrespective of the absence type because they were all configured as the global segments. But we were only seeing four. Why is that? Because one of this, see all the flex fields we're seeing, it has to be enabled. If it is enabled, only then it would be available. If one of it is not enabled, if any of it are not enabled, then that field it works more like a hidden field, or it works more like it is not available. So this is the one which is not there, PB flag. It's because this is not enabled. So you have to keep this enabled for that to appear. So I'll just click on save and close by enabling them. And once we deploy, we will see if this VB flag would come under the global segments. Now, So I said I wanted new context sensitive segments for a new absence. And also for unpaid leave, I wanted, so I have already added the context sensitive segments, but still it is not coming. We will see the reason why. I have to click on manage contacts. If I click on search icon here, so if these are the ones which is already there. These are the absences, display name. So you have to give an absence type name, and then contacts code, you have to use the absence type code. If you doesn't know how to identify an absence code, in one of my previous session, I have already shown using the SQL query. You can query and then use that. So whereas in unpaid leave, rather using the absence type code, I have just put the absence type name, which is why it is not working. So we always, in the context code, we have to provide the absence type code here. Now, I already have copied the absence type code. So now what I'll do, okay, I wouldn't be able to change this. So what we'll do, we'll delete this and yeah, I won't be able to delete it unless I delete the context sensitive segments. Well, anyway, I will create a new this. I'm going to give. I already have got the context code. So one thing that we have learned today is once the context is already created and we have not set the context code, we'll not be able to make the change. We'll have to delete the entries altogether. Now I'll give it as this and click on save and close. And then maybe I'll just create one more and see for unpaid leave. Okay, this is already there. Well, anyway, for that, I'll have to delete the context sensitive segment. We'll just keep it for this and I'll click on save and close. Now, Fusion birthday leave has come. I will add a context sensitive segment for this. For this, what I'll do, Fusion birthday leave. So I'll say date of birth certificate. Certificate submitted to manager. Code and API name by default get happening. Gets defaulted by what the name I provide. So the attribute also, as soon as select the data type, the column name pops up. Always remember, so this is the attribute that gets assigned for the flex fields that we are creating. Uh, where if we are using this flex fields in the fast formula to derive some business logic, we have to make use of this to call this input value. But what Oracle recommends is to use the attribute which is less than 10. So if you're using a character, use a different attribute which is having a less than 10 because more than 10 usually is, at least at this point, it is not supporting while it is getting called in the past formula. I wouldn't say it is not supporting, but it is functionally, it is not working as expected at certain times. So the recommendation from Oracle is to use the lower DB attribute number, which is less than 10. Now I'll make use of something which is already existing, the value set. If you want to create a value set, we will be able to do that as well. In the next session, I'll show you how we can create a value set and how we'll be able to load the value sets as well. If we have around 10 to 20 value sets, we'll be able to create them manually. What if there are more? Okay, in such cases, how we'll be able to create a descriptive flex fields? Value set is mainly for adding of values for the descriptive flex field itself. So here as well as a provision for us to create a value set if we doesn't want anything that is already there. For now, we'll restrict it for the one which is already there. Now, for prompt, display name, everything, we will keep it as it is. Ensure that this is enabled. Attribute is selected. I will have this BI enabled, which means I would be able to call this in the report as well, BI reports. So if you want this BI label to be something, I would be able to have this as well. BI label, if you want, see here, there is only two options. If you want to select it, I'll show you where exactly we'll be able to create it. For now, I'll click on Save and Close. See here, Manage Segments Label. This is where you can create the labels. If you create a plus, this is the two options that is available, right? So here, if I create that, options would be available. Now, I have given the prompt as leave type, derivation value as absence type, and then display type for this context is hidden. Now, for the Fusion birthday leave, I would want this one new field to be available. I'm not very sure if the absence type name which I have selected is correct or not. Before I publish, I'll test birthday date. Okay, I'm going to capture whenever the leave is taken, but I'm just going to capture this birthday date. I'll say it is date. Okay, as soon as I selected, this has come. Now I'll see HRC standard date. This is a Oracle value set be enabled. Before we activate this, I'll just take a look. Well, I was just verifying if the birthday name and the context which I have context code which I have given is correct or not. Now I have added to select sensitive segments. I'll click on Save and Close, and then I'll click on Deploy Flex Field. So it takes a couple of seconds. So yeah, now it is done. All I have to do is I have to log out and log in back to see if this is reflecting correctly or not. Now I click on plus, click on Fusion birthday leave. So it's highlighting. Let's field that on. Okay. So this has not yet come. So check if this is the Let's go back and check in the descriptive flex field. I had enabled this as well, UV flag. Either it's not reflecting yet. I haven't enabled it. And then fusion will be once check. All right. So it's actually reflecting. I have to log out and then log in back. Logged in as another user, I was able to see it. So let's go back again. If there is some cache issues also, this would happen. Now I will go and check. Or on this since all right. What I will share another so I've logged in as another user now. If you would see it, when I selected this leaf, I have opened this in an incognito mode. I'm able to see the additional VB flag, which was a global segment. When we enabled, this has come now. As well, the two flex fields that we added as a context sensitive segments, this is also coming. If I select another absence, only the global segments come is populated, not the contact segment for the per daily. So this is how we'll be able to create the contact sensitive segment as well as the global segments. So how we'll be able to add the value set, create a new value set and have them loaded through the file. We'll see that in the next session. Um, that was about how we'll be able to add a descriptive flex fields on the absence entry page. Thank you.